What's up, everybody? Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we back for year 2 of the Madden 22 Buffalo Bills realistic rebuild. Let's waste no time. Let's get right into it. I don't even want to mention part 1. Let's go ahead and meet the squad for the preseason. And preseason, best believe, preseason will matter. So we got Josh Allen, White Vic. Wasn't Josh Allen last season. We're going to bench him for the preseason just so he doesn't get hurt, so he's ready for regular season. And look who I brought in, cool Joe Flacco, who ran for a touchdown. I said I wasn't going to bring up year 1, but he actually ran for a touchdown. He was a backup quarterback of the Jets, and there was like a trend last season where all the backup quarterbacks that we played against, everybody ran all over us, fullbacks and all. So we brought in cool Joe. And then look at this, Owen Snyder. I know he's a 58 overall rookie, undrafted rookie quarterback, but his throw powers is 94, so he's kind of like a mini Josh Allen, 6'5" also. So brought him in, see if we can develop him as a backup. And then we stuck with Singletary and Zach Moss. I don't know what the hell they were on last season, but we drafted I keep saying Lance Archer, but Lane Archer. I'm just going to call him Lance Archer. Lance Archer, rookie white boy running back. Power back. I know he's a 69, but Zach Moss, Singletary, hopefully that lights a fire under y'all ass. Y'all boys better ball out because he coming for your job. He's coming. Reggie Gilliam, fullback. And then we got Stephon Diggs, who was one of the bright spots, one of the only players that did anything. 1,000 yards, low 1,000 yards, but still made the Pro Bowl. Gabe Davis had an okay year. No more Cole Beasley, no more Emmanuel Sanders, so he got to step up, take that wide receiver 2 role. And then Alex Hitchens, number 1 overall draft pick out of USC. He will be wide receiver 3, maybe even wide receiver 2, depending on what happens with Gabriel Davis. If he keeps playing well, if we pay him. So, and then the computer helped us out. Joe Short, another hidden dev receiver. I think they took him like in the 5th round, maybe. 4th round, 5th round. Another hidden dev. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. He'll just be special teams for right now. Yeah, 5th round pick. So our receiver group is straight. It even got this guy, Paul Reed. He's decent. 70 normal overall. So our receivers are set. Dawson Knox, he balled out last year. And then we got Deion Dawkins, gave up a lot of sacks, but he's our franchise left tackle right now. Joe Feliciano, still a Band-Aid. Last year's contract, can't wait to get out of it. But he actually played well last year, so he's going to get another year starting. And then we got Mitch Morse, who played like shit, but he still has that star dev trait. Another contract, we could free up money, but if he keeps, if he plays well this year and bounce back, we might bring him back. But we did draft Trevor Sampson just to light a fire under Mitch Morse. Could be our future starter at center, could be our future starter at guard. So Sampson is waiting. He's waiting on the bench. And then we got Cody Ford, who was a surprise, only gave up 3 sacks last year. He was probably our best offensive lineman, so he's kind of making a comeback with his career, proving that he's not a bust. And then Spencer Brown will finally get a chance to start. He was on the bench. He was backing up Darrell Williams. Should have started Spencer Brown because Darrell Williams played like shit. Gave up the most sacks. And then we brought in Bobby Massey just for competition, a veteran to mentor him. They'll compete for the starting job, but I'm looking at Spencer Brown. Carlos Basham, he was backing up last year, but he'll get a chance to start this year. We brought in Kerry Hyder, just like the Bobby Massey situation, veteran to compete with the young guy. Mentor. AJ Epineza, he started last year. He actually played okay. And we let Jerry Hughes go in free agency, but I decided to bring him back for the preseason, see if he can make the team one more time. Just another veteran. You know what? Just because he's been here forever. We lost a couple of team captains. There you go. That's C on your jersey. Got Mario Addison. We save a lot of money if we cut him, but I'm gonna keep him on the practice squad. Not a practice squad, preseason squad for right now. See if he can make the team. But if we do make any cuts, he's the first candidate. We got Ed Oliver. We lost Harrison Phillips. He had a Pro Bowl year, lost him to free agency. But we brought back Justin Zimmer just to fill out the depth chart. And we still got Starla Tullier because that contract is horrible. I think it's like 5 years, $45 million. Still can't get out of it. So we're going to rock with the 3 DTs because I do plan on making Ebenezer rush DT, even though he's right in. So we can move around Basham, Ebenezer, and Greg Rousseau. I was going to have Carlos Basham be the rush DT because he is 281. But Ebenezer, I think he's a run stopper anyway. Power rusher. He can stop the run a little bit. But he's a better rush D tackle than Basham. So we're going to rock with him now. And Greg Rousseau, we actually moved him to left outside linebacker for this year. But he's still going to be the sub DN. Should have won Defense Rookie of the Year last year. And we got Tremaine Edmonds. And we actually brought back A.J. Klein to be the backup. He had a pick last year, even though we let him go in free agency. And then we still got Matt Milano, who surprisingly didn't get robbed. He didn't get robbed. You know, he must have had his strap on him or whatever. Must have had his file with him. But he didn't get robbed. So kept his superstar dev trait. Trey White was not Trey White last year. This is another guy. We're going to put that C on his jersey. Team captain. And then another guy, by the way, actually, Stephon Diggs. Oh, no, we don't have any more. Actually, because we have Micah Hyde and Poyer team captains already, I'm going to take it from Trey White. He ain't ball out. I know he's a 95 X Factor, but you're not going to be team captain this year. We're going to get at the Stephon Diggs. We need some more people on the offensive side. Be team captain. Let Stephon Diggs, tutor and mentor all the young dudes. Gabriel Davis, Alex Hitchens, Joe Short, Paul Reed. So those are our team captains. Who did I leave off on? Matt Milano. He didn't get robbed. And then we had Teron Johnson. Don't remember what he did last year. But Levi Wallace, we actually paid him, gave him a 2-year contract. He had 2 picks. He was consistent. And we drafted this guy, Tremaine Griffin, to be cornerback 4. Also, we drafted Imani Clay to be cornerback 5, compete with Cam Lewis and compete with Anthony Chesley. Then we got Micah Hyde, another guy who had his fire with him. He didn't get robbed by Madden. Kept his superstar dev trait. So I guess having that losing season, that was a positive. That was a plus. We kept our dev traits. We didn't lose any. So, and then Jordan Poyer. Still got DeMar Hamlin. Still got Jaquan Johnson. They developing behind them. And then we got Tyler Bass. And probably our best punter and our biggest free agent signing so far, Matt Hack. Let's waste no more time. Forget about year 1. Have a better year 2. No injuries in the preseason. We're looking to get back to the playoffs. Sean McDermott was fired. I'm taking over now as coach. And we got a camp standout. Let's see who, like I told you, preseason matters. Preseason matters. And Ed Oliver. We need to get more sacks. So we want to work on rushing the passer. See if we can beat Chicago in the preseason. And we go 1-2 in the preseason. Preseason, L's, dubs, they don't matter. But let's look at the stats. See who won the job. See who made the team. See who will be able to feed their family and put food on the table. Apparently, it won't be Joe Flacco. But because Owen Snyder also didn't play well, I feel like I'm forced to keep Joe Flacco as a backup. I'd rather go with him than Snyder, and then Snyder will probably go to the practice squad. Actually, he still played better than Joe Flacco, but they both played the same. I hope our offense doesn't play like that in the regular season. Zach Moss and Singletary, so they did they thug in the They did they thug in the preseason. Can they do that? Can they replicate that for the regular season? Because we're going to need that. We need to be able to run a damn ball. Because all the other teams running all over us, running with backup quarterbacks, running with fullbacks, receivers, whatever. And they better watch out because Lance, I know it's lame, but Lance Archer is coming for them. And I think the backup quarterback had a touchdown, so that might have put Joe Flacco out of a job. Hitchens, Gabe Davis, they balled out. And let's see, wide receiver 5. Paul Reed had 4 catches. Stevenson had 3 catches. Calvin Harmon, who I did not sign, probably get cut. Offense line was okay. Who gave up no sacks, though? Mitch Morse, okay. Cody Ford and John. So they will all start. Spencer Brown only gave up 1. Bobby Massey gave up 1. So just because Bobby Massey is a veteran, he's gone. And look at that. He was a standout in preseason. 7 sacks in 3 games. Crazy. Crazy numbers. Can he do that in the regular season, though? And Carlos Basham, I think he'll have a breakout year. And then look at Hamlin getting a pick. Punter and kicker on point. So even though we went 1-2, great performance by some for the preseason. Let's go ahead and make these cuts. Get this roster ready. Get ready for the regular season. The Buffalo Billies need to get back to the playoffs. First of all, we need to win the division. First thing, we need to win the division. And Joe Flacco, wanted to bring you in to be backed up, but you got outplayed. Owen Snyder, congratulations. He's like a great value. Josh Allen. Bootleg Josh Allen. And we're going to roll with Singletary, Moss, Archer, all these other guys. Higdon is I'd rather keep Higdon. Jet Anderson, practice squad. We'll keep 4 running backs because you know somebody's going to get hurt. Jones, practice squad. And then we got all these receivers. Some of them got to go. I didn't bring in Kelvin Hartman. I don't know how you got here, but you're getting the hell out of Buffalo. So we're going to keep Hitchens, first round pick, first overall pick. Short, Reed. How many receivers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coulter, I don't think I brought him in even because Stevenson outplayed him. Definitely going to get rid of this guy even though he's fast. 95 speed. He's gone. And Kutley, how do you say that name? Coulter. Practice squad. I don't care if he gets signed by another team. I'm going to keep all the linemen. Kerry Hyder. Jerry Hughes. This guy. Who do I move the D tackle? Because if I only keep 3 D tackles, they're going to cut somebody and sign a 4th one. It's going to have to be Kerry Hyder. We're going to move Kerry Hyder, D tackle. He can play on the inside anyway. That's what he did in San Francisco. Move him to D tackle. Just so we have 4. He'll still play backup left end. And then cut this guy because he's garbage. And then I'll move Mario Addison. I want to cut him, but we'll keep him. He's good, Duff. I know we save a lot more money, but what's the point of saving money right now? There's nobody to sign. Keep AJ Klein. I think Nate Hall. Can we put him on the practice squad? Yep. He'll be practice squad. And then cornerbacks, we got too many. We'll keep Cam Lewis this year just because he was on the practice squad last year. And then Chesley will go to the practice squad. That should be everybody. We should have a squad ready. And we do. Actually, Gabe Davis. What can I do for you? Keep feeding this deep threat. So he's a deep threat. I actually need to check out Hitchens. See what his type is. See if he's like a slot guy or a possession guy, route runner. He's a deep threat, just like Gabe Davis. So we got two deep threats. He can actually work the slot. He's actually a better slot runner. So we'll probably feed him in the slot. But I kind of want Gabe Davis to have a breakout year. I don't know yet. I don't know what we're going to do. All I know is we better make the damn playoffs. We better win the division. We better have a winning season to make up for that year one. So I like with this team on the defensive side, we flexible. We like to flex. We move all our players around. So we got Josh Allen, and then we got bootleg Josh Allen, Owen Snyder. Quarterback, Devil Singletary, and Moss. I don't really got a lot of confidence in them. But without Breida, because we did use 3 running backs last year, maybe more carries will help them out. But Lance Archer, is on their ass. Reggie Gilman. And then we'll go with, Reggie Gilliam. Zach Moss, DeVale. I'll go with DeVale. And then Zach Moss. Diggs, Davis, Hitchens, Short, Reed, Stevenson, that's perfect. Dawson Knox. Then we're going to go with Deion Dawkins. They want Mitch Morris, I guess. Feliciano. And we're going to go with Sampson. He's going to be our swing lineman, swing tackle, takes offense lineman, I guess. And then we're actually going to put Bobby Massey right here. We'll put Bobby Massey over here. He's also going to be like our 7th swing lineman. So we're deep at O-line. Cody Ford. I got Cush there, but we're going to put... Should we put Bobby Massey or center? Since I got him playing guard, we'll put the center, and then we'll put Bobby Massey over here. Put a left tackle right there. So for the left end, we're going to have Carlos Basham, Mario Addison. But we brought back Jerry Hughes to be the backup. And then on the right end, we're going to have A.J. Epineza with Jerry Hughes and Mario Addison. D-tackle, Ed Oliver, Zimmer, Kerry Hyder, Star Toulier. That's okay. Basham. And then we're going to have Greg Rousseau, Klein. I guess Madison can start right there. Dodson, Milano, Rousseau. I'd rather put A.J. Klein and then Smith there. And then right outside linebacker, Matt Milano. Carlos Basham, no, because he's starting. Go ahead, A.J. Klein. Andre Smith. Trey White, Johnson, Wallace, Griffin, Cam Lewis. Hamlin. Jaquan Johnson. Now, for the special teams, I like Paul Reed. I like Clay. And then for punt return, I'm going to do Short. Take Diggs from back there. We're going to do Short, and we're going to do Griffin. Tyler Bass, Mitch Morse. Actually, for the long snapper, we're going to do Sampson so he can get some reps. Singletary be third down back. Moss will be power back. And then I'm actually going to put Archer in. And then for the receivers, we're going to go with Gabe Davis this year in the slot with Diggs and Kitchen. So this is where we get flexible. This is where we flex. So Greg Rousseau, left outside linebacker, but he's going to be rushed left in, along with Addison and Basham. On the right, we can have Jerry Hughes there. But we're going to go at Basham, then Jerry Hughes. For the rush D, we're going to go Ed Oliver, then Epineza, then Zimmer. I know Star Lotullier has that big-ass contract, but we're just going to pretend like we're just going to keep him as a force DT just for depth. So even though Epineza, he's our starting right end, he'll be rush DT too. He can stop the run. Basham is our starting left end, but he will sub in on the right. Russo is our left outside linebacker. We'll rush the left. So for the sub linebackers, we got Milano, who's a superstar now. But I feel like we should give it to Tremaine Edmonds this year, team captain. Try to get him up to superstar dev. And then you know what? A.J. Klein played well last year. We do got Jaquan Johnson. Can he tackle? 74. Poyer's a 75. A.J. Klein is a 79 when it comes to tackling. Jaquan Johnson can get some reps. Hamlin can't really tackle like that. I kind of want to go A.J. Klein. I'm going to go A.J. Klein. And then for slot corner, we're going to go Levi Wallace, Griffin, and then I guess we could put Jaquan Johnson there. But we got Teron Johnson, who is a slot corner, so we're going to put him right there too. And that's the squad. So, Buffalo Billies, expectations. Winning division, first and foremost. Win the AFC least. It's my first year. I did not mean to click that. I thought that was the season goal. Don't even know if that was a scenario, dev trait scenario. Now, this is kind of tricky. This is my first year. I don't want to get fired like Sean McDermott. And I feel like the way that it's scripted, because the first year I picked make the playoffs, we didn't make the playoffs. And then most of the time when I pick 7 wins or 4 wins, when I think I'm going to rebuild, we overachieve whatever team I'm doing. We overachieve and we make the playoffs. But this is the Buffalo Bills. One of the best teams in the league in real life. We got to make the playoffs. I don't care. I don't care. If I get fired, I'm hiring another coach. Until we make the playoffs. I will hire a new coach every single year until we get to the playoffs. So let's go and see what the prospects look like. Because we might have the number 1 overall draft pick again. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Got cornerback, middle linebacker, DN, quarterback, left tackle. Positions that we really don't need right now. All right, so to get to the playoffs, we're going to have to run the ball better this year. Josh Allen needs to play like Josh Allen. The defense needs to play like the defense. And we'll get there. Take care of the Seahawks. And this looks like it's going to be a repeat of year 1. We take the L at home against my team, Seattle. We can't run the ball. So it looks like Zach Moss, Devin Singletary might be the problem. Josh Allen did turn the ball over. That probably cost us the game. We couldn't stop them in the red zone. Couldn't stop Russ. Singletary actually did a little something. Wasn't enough, though. And then Gerald Everett. Is this the season where everybody's going to kill us with the pass? Last year, they was running all over us. This year is going to be the pass. The rookie in his debut, 6 catches, 75 yards. They got Devontae Adams. That explains a lot. Just Dwayne Eskridge even. So just too much on the offense. Couldn't handle them. Greg Rousseau, Epineza, Ed Oliver. They missed the field goal, but it didn't matter. They were better than us. It didn't matter if they missed it or made it. Got some injuries. Levi Wallace, let me just make sure that's all straight because, with the injuries, they'll switch around your depth chart, especially like your sub formations. So got Wallace. See what I mean? Johnson, number 2. Reed, he's one of my returners. Make sure he's back there. Him and Clay, punt return, no. Short Griffin. That's what I'm talking about. Don't try to screw me this early, Madden. Don't try to screw me this early. Got the Cleveland Browns. They're really good, 87 overall. We might lose this game. Only the Dolphins has got a dub in our division. And it looks like it's going to be a repeat of year one, and we might have to get rid of Josh Allen, get rid of the whole team, and just completely rebuild from the ground up. 200 rushing yards against us. I don't know. Is it? Let me know in the comments, man. Is it the Bills playbook? Does it just suck in the sim? Like, what's going on, man? Like, what the fuck, man? Josh Allen, 2 rushing touchdowns. Spencer Brown having himself a day. Greg Rousseau, Kerry Hyder. JOK. Looks like Mac Hack is going to be our best player again. Shouldn't say best player. Stephon Diggs got a great year last year. Most consistent player. So, they actually have us at 12, and we do need a D-tackle. Sean Miner might be a future Bill. Looks like a great pick. Great mock draft. At least they don't have us at number 1. But we need to get a dub early on. We can't go 0-16 and then get a win the last week and go 1-16. Can't have that happening. Can't. Feliciano's back. 0-2 Patriots. Something's got to give. Somebody's going to get their first dub, and it's probably going to be the Patriots by a point. Oh man, I'm already. I done checked out, man. I'm done with this rebuild. This is just crazy, man. We lose to Jarrett Stidham, bro. It's not even Mac Jones. Like, Zach Moss with 2 touchdowns, so the running backs are playing a little bit better. Hitchens with the touchdown. Gabe Davis didn't do shit. He's getting benched. Justin Zimmer, 2 sacks. That's why I brought you back. Matt Hack, best player on the team by far. By far. Injury, I don't care who it is. Hope it's Josh Allen. Hope it's Stephon Diggs. It's Greg Rousseau. Addison, Sweeney, don't care. Let's make some changes early on because we can't afford to go 0-4. Slot receiver, I'm going to go with the rookie Hitchens. Gabe Davis isn't doing his – he's not doing his thing, man. Gave you a chance, and you're not doing nothing. The running backs are doing a little bit better. Rousseau is out, so we're going to go with Jerry Hughes. Basham. Make sure that's all correct. See if that makes a difference. We're the only team in our division without a W. How embarrassing. And we, oh my God, bro. And it's not even like we getting blown out, bro. It's like, I'm going to just, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay silent. I ain't going to say a word. I ain't going to say nothing. I ain't going to make a sound. I'm not going to say nothing until we get our first dub. Until we get our first dub. Starting now. And look at that. I played the quiet game, and now they want to win a game. And I'm happy it, came against the Steelers. No turnovers. And we beat Jacoby Brissett. 3 touchdowns for Josh Allen. That looks like Josh Allen. Singletary, Moss running a little bit better. So maybe they just didn't want to share with your boy Matt Breida last season. Gabe Davis, pissed off. I took him out of the slot. Now he's going crazy. But Alex Hitchens, that's 4 touchdowns the past 2 games. And this Spencer Brown guy is giving up way too many sacks. We're going to go at the veteran, Bobby Massey. I've seen too many sacks given up. Going with Bobby Massey. Just for a game or 2. And we're only 2 games behind, so we're still in it. Got the Jets. They're tied with the Dolphins for best record in the division, and of course we lose. We can't beat the Jets. They're the Jets. 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 Turning the ball over. They have Zach Wilson, even though they drafted that quarterback. Where'd he go? Carlos Kenny probably will never play it down in the NFL. James Conner they picked up in free agency, so it looks like they got Michael Gallup too. So the Jets and the Dolphins were aggressive in free agency, so salute to them. You know, every team is trying to get better. Matt Milano. So we just can't. I don't know what's going on, man. Is it Josh Allen? Is it the playbook? Like 1-5. This should not be happening. The Bills are one of the best teams in the league, bro. And first two seasons, we've combined for 4 wins. Four wins. If we're going to turn our season around, it needs to start now with a dub against the Minnesota Vikings, and I bet we can't get it done. I bet we take an L here, and look at that statement win, 35 to shit. That's what I'm talking about. Shut the run down, run the ball, old school football. Shut them down on 3rd down. We went for it on 4th down. We were just aggressive the whole game. That's what I want to see. 94 passing yards from Kirk Cousins. That's what I want to see out of the number 1 defense, real life NFL. That's realistic. That's what I'm talking about, Devin Singletary. You don't want your job taken. You want to be able to feed your family. 100 yards rushing, 2 for Zach Moss, 1-2 punch. Rookie Hitchens turned out to be a great draft pick. Devin Singletary going ham, going crazy. Matt Milano. Tyler Bass is on point. That's what I'm talking about. That win saved our season. 4 now. 2 games behind the Dolphins. We're still in it. I didn't even check to see if Carlo Basham hit the dev trait. And he did. So he's having a breakout year I thought he would have. Congrats to him. TV game against the Packers, we'll probably lose this game. But shout out to Carlos Basham. At least something good happening. I want to see if Carlos Basham. Nope. But let's see what Alex Hitchens' dev trade is. Probably star. Won't be mad. And it's actually not unlocked yet. But I wanted to see Carlos Basham. Try to make him a scheme fit. Got 5 points. So he's going to develop really good. Now he's a scheme fit. And that's why we believed in him, gave him a chance. That's what I like to see. Up to 75 overall. Star Dev now. Got off that Brown normal, that boring-ass Brown. Boring Brown dev trait. Gone. Mock Draft 2 is out. We save our season. It's going to be tough to go into Lambeau. Hopefully they don't got Aaron Rodgers no more. And they have us projected at 2. Taking the middle linebacker. We got Tremaine Edmonds. And that's probably why, because he just came back from injury. So he's always been hurt his whole career in real life. Not his whole career, but. So we got the Packers, Week 8 TV game. We got to go into Lambeau. This would be a big win if we can get it. I know Madden's not going to let us get it. And for a second, I saw the 35-0 from the game before. Thought we had got the dub, but it is what it is. Thursday night, short week. Didn't get the dub. You know why? Because we turned the ball over. We shut them down on third down. They went for it on fourth down twice. Can't win with 2 turnovers and probably gave up a fumble. They still got Aaron Rodgers, my birthday twin. 4 touchdowns against us. Dawson Knox balled out. Hitchens has been getting touchdowns. He's a touchdown beast. Great draft pick. But, I mean, just think, in real life, number 1 offense. If this Hitchens guy was real, I added him to this Bill squad, bro. They'd probably win the Super Bowl. But you know what we get at Madden? 2-6. Behind the Jets and the Dolphins. That's what we get. So we're at the halfway mark, week 9. Look at the contracts. I really don't want to bring nobody back. We're going to bring Dawson Knox back. Take it or leave it. I'm not increasing it. You want contract length? But you asked for 4 years. Oh, he said the contract length is good, but that's it. So you want more money? I'll give him a little bit more money. We'll wait on Poyer because he's 31. Tremaine Edmonds. I want him. Ed Oliver, I want him. Devin Singletary, we're gonna wait. Mitch Morris, we're gonna wait on a lot of these guys. Definitely gonna come back for Dawson Knox though. So hopefully us throwing this money out, hopefully that inspires them and start piling up some W's. We eat the W's like Jameis Winston did when he's hyping up the Saints at one time. Eat the W's. Like, come on, man. I got to do something. This has been disappointing. Like, we're only a year and a half in. 4 wins for the Buffalo Billies. And we got Rousseau, Basham. Okay, there we go. 2-6, 2-6. We're better than the Lions. Please get the dub. 28-20 in a game we're supposed to win. On the road, though. What's going on with Josh Allen, bro? I give you another receiver and you throw for 194. 3 touchdowns, that's okay. Colin Kaepernick. Singletary, he's been on one. Gabe Davis with 2 touchdowns. And shout out to Bobby Massey. Ever since I put him in as a starter, he hasn't given up a sack. And Saber missing 2 field goals. We still would have won. Yeah, shout out to Bobby Massey. I know I replaced him, what was it, the Chicago Bears rebuild, but he's been balling. I put him in. He hasn't given up a sack yet. Got the Colts. I actually need to check the contracts again. Talk to my boy Dawson Knox. And we put up the most points we've put in the past year and a half. 41. 2-game winning streak going into a bye week. That's really good for us. That was a big win. We won in overtime, though. But we beat famous Jameis. I was just talking about eating W's. Beat famous Jameis Winston. Gave up 3 sacks, though. We couldn't stop Jonathan Taylor just like we couldn't last season. Didn't matter, though. Zach Moss with a touchdown. Reggie Gilliam with a touchdown. Cole Beasley in the revenge game against us, 7 catches, 98, 2 touchdowns. But look at the rookie doing what matched what Cole Beasley did. 7 catches, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns himself. Dawson Knox getting a touchdown. He already know we're going to send him down to offense. And look at Bobby Massey. I was just talking good about him. And look what he does. Give up a sack. Love to see it. No picks, no sacks, no field goals, just points. So 2-game winning streak going into the bye week. Little we fighting back. 2 games out, right behind the Dolphins. And let's see, Hitchens. I want to see what his dev trade is. Most likely star. I'm okay with silver though. Whoa. 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 2 words. Draft King. If you're not down with that, Madden, I got 2 words for you. Draft King. We get an X Factor receiver in the first round. I didn't even want this dude. X Factor receiver to go along with Stephon Diggs. So you mean to tell me I have Josh Allen, X Factor, Stephon Diggs, X Factor, and now Hitchens, X Factor. That offense, we better win the division. We better make the playoffs. We better win the division. We better make the playoffs. Or I might be buying a new controller tomorrow. He's starting. He's better than Gabe Davis. I'm sorry. He's better than Gabe Davis. Alex Hitchens, X Factor. And we need to negotiate with Dawson Knox. Wants more salary, more bonus. Are you kidding me, bro? Being greedy. And the Devin Singletary, he's been on one this year. I think I'm ready to commit to him. Actually, I'm not ready just yet. I need to see a little bit more. Same with Cody Ford, too. I'm not all in yet. So 4-6, we still alive. So bonus could be better. Dawson Knox is being a little greedy. He thinks he's one of the top 3, top 5 tight ends in the league. So we'll give him 33.5. He'll take that. See what Cody Ford's been doing this year. He was our best lineman last year, but, things can change in a year, and he's still balling. I think I'm ready to pay Cody Ford. Give him his bag. Get him a 3-year deal. So we'll wait on Poyer and Morse just because the ages, and then Singletary. I want to see I want to see what his final stats is at the end of the year. Maybe like week 17, right before week 18, we'll look back at his stats and over 1,000 yards. We'll give it to him. Like Hitchens, X Factor though. I was expecting a star. Wouldn't been surprised if it was superstar, but X Factor. And we took him number 1 overall. Perfect pick. And I thought I reached. I was gonna trade him. Glad I didn't. But it seems like we play the Bears every year. I feel like Madden's making fun of me since they're my first rebuild team. And we get our 3rd straight win. So now we're starting to look like the Buffalo Bills. Starting to look like the Buffalo Bills, even though we're turning the ball over. But we're starting to look like the Buffalo Bills of real life. Now Gabriel Davis wants to go for 100 yards after Hitchens becomes an X Factor. So Bobby Massey is starting to give up some sacks. But he gets the dub over his old team. Edmonds gets a pick. Bears have Younghoe Koo now. I'm thinking, do we go back to... We're playing a little bit better with Bobby Massey. Do we go back to what's his name? I don't think we do. Do we go back to Spencer Brown? We're gonna go back to Spencer Brown. It might come back to hunt me in the ass. Might come back to bite me in the ass. Because we're on a winning streak, and then usually like, if you're on a winning streak and you switch the depth chart around, they'll give you an L just for switching the depth chart. And then Gabe Davis. He has a depth trait scenario. I'm actually going to put him in the slot, and this might fuck me over too. I'm going to put him in the slot just for this game, see if he can hit that. If he can go at the superstar dev, we'll have a big three at receiver. Three-headed monster. So we made a couple switches to the depth chart. Won't be surprised if Madden gives us an L. And, of course, the Dolphins keep winning. As we keep winning, we try to stay alive. And, of course, I told you we were going to take the L because I made some changes on the depth chart. I should have kept Bobby Massey in. I should have put Gabe Davis at slot receiver. I knew he wasn't going to hit it. And we lost in overtime. This time we did play Mac Jones. We didn't play Jarrett Stidham. Got to him 5 times. And Gabe Davis didn't do nothing. Didn't do squat. And I put Spencer Brown in, and he gives up a sack. So, shout out to Basham and Oliver. So, with that being said, I gave Spencer Brown too many chances. He will now be benched for the veteran Bobby Massey. He's probably not going to be our future right tackle going forward. I tried to give him a chance to develop, and he's not playing well. And then Gabe Davis was going to be receiver too, but because of the X factor, we are going with Hitchens. Now, our record's a little bit better than last year. 3-way tie. Second place. We can still win the division. I know Gabe Davis didn't hit it, so we're not even going to click into that. But we got Greg Rousseau time. Feel like he should already be a star. Can he go up to star? TV game, division game, important game against the Jets. We haven't been able to beat the Jets. And we beat them. Barely. Field goal. Doesn't matter. We needed that. That was a big dub. Probably saved the season. I wonder what would happen if I didn't mess with the depth chart. We're not going to mess with it no more. We went in prime time. We got some turnovers on the defense. Picked off Zach Wilson 3 times. Couldn't run the ball. But Gabe Davis got a touchdown. Carlos bashed him. I want to see Greg Rousseau. Did he do anything? No, but the safeties did. Now, he might have hit it because I can't remember if it was like 250 passing yards or rush yards or total yards. I don't remember what it was, but let's find out. And he got the depth trait. So shout out to my young edge rushers. Shout out to Carlos Basham for going from the boring Brown to star. And shout out to Greg Rousseau from going from the boring Brown to star. So we get 2 dev traits on the defensive side and our young edge rushers, and then we draft an X factor receiver. So dev trait wise, and with Madden not robbing me, stripping me of my dev traits from my superstars Matt Milano and Micah Hyde, dev trait wise, it's been a great rebuild from dev trait standpoint. But winning wise and expectations, it's been horrible. It's been a nightmare. And let's make sure Greg Rousseau is a scheme fit. Yep, so I'll just go ahead and auto do that. And with the Dolphins on the losing streak, and if we can get a dub against them at home, we'll be one game away from taking our rightful place in the division. And I haven't looked at the stats, but I feel like Singletary has been consistent this year. We're going to go ahead and commit to him. So everybody but Poyer and Morris, just because of the ages. Those will come down to the performance. This is an important game. I know Miami went ham. They went crazy in the offseason. And they're the team to beat. They are the team to beat. They got Odell. They ran for 200 yards on us. I can't remember the other names they picked up. But, yeah, Melvin Gordon. They should have no excuses. Melvin Gordon, Mike Williams, Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki, Odell, Hunter Long. Like, they got weapons. Like, they better beat us. I expect them to win the division. I said it when they signed all those people. They were aggressive and free agents. But we're coming back. We're coming back. Our offense is scary, too. But we're 6-8, still competitive. Might not make the playoffs this year. I'm just happy we're not the number one overall pick. So we got Lamar Jackson. This is kind of a tough end of our schedule. We'll probably take a couple more L's than we do. I don't like how we're not putting up points. What's going on? This is disappointing. We're not going to make the playoffs. Not going to win the division. This is just crazy, man. Tyler Bassman's is a field goal wouldn't have mattered. When are we going to start playing like the Bills? That's what I want to know. When are we going to start playing like the Bills? And again, if we beat the Dolphins here, what's up with the defense giving up 31 points? I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Josh Allen is not playing like Josh Allen. I mean, the Dolphins are hard. All them free agent signings, they're like a super team right now. And we were fired after 1 year. So, two years, no playoffs, trash. Get fired. I honestly
Choose the team you want to start
I
your
don't want to end the
franchise with.
rebuild. We're going to go to full 5 years, but this has been the worst rebuild I have ever done, offline, online, whatever, recording, not recording. This is the worst rebuild I have ever experienced in my life. I hope to God, bro, they fix all this baby back bullshit in Madden 23.
Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the
The
left to edit
Buffalo
league settings
Bills,
or
3
change your
wins the
role
first
to a
year,
player
first
or
off.
opponent.
And then this year, I get an X Factor receiver. So you got Josh Allen, Hitchens, X Factor. Stephon Diggs, X Factor. Dawson Knox. Devil Singletary, running the ball hard. And they play like shit, man. the defense. Young edge rushers getting the dev trades. Got Ed Oliver. You got Rousseau, Milano, Edmonds, Poyer, Hyde, Trey White, Teron Johnson, and they're playing like shit. At this point, with the coaches being fired, I'm ready to just take over as the owner. That way, so we're not creating a new coach every damn year. I feel like I should have picked 7 wins, 4 wins for the team goal. Maybe we'll win more games. I feel like it's already auto-generated. Josiah's my son. So we'll go with him. Take over for his pops. It could be the playbooks, but me personally, I want to try to win Super Bowls with every team with the playbook that's in the game. Yeah, I could change it to the Chiefs offense, Cowboys defense or something like that and just, but that would be boring. Like, I want to see the different, the different schemes and, the different stat numbers for each playbook. But this shit here, bro, this is the worst rebuild I've ever fucking done in my life. Anyway, Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, Zeke Elliott, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Adam Thielen, Marvin Jones, Calvin Ridley, Khalil Mack, J.J. Watt, Max Crosby, T.J. Edwards, Fred Warner, Raquan Smith, Chris Barnes, T.J. Edwards again. T.J. Edwards having himself a year. And Raquan Smith. Offense, 26th. Another season where Josh Allen can't even get 30 touchdowns. Defense, 18. 26 in points scored. So Josh Allen, he throws for 4,000 yards this year. Okay, that looks like Josh Allen. But he can't even get 30 touchdowns, bro. I don't know what's going on. Singletary, I paid him. Got 1,000. I know this is a passing team. Barely over 1,000, though. Under 4 yards per carry. Only 3 touchdowns, but most of the touchdowns went to Zach Moss. Man. But Alex Kitchens, X-Factor receiver, Gabe Davis had 11. So he had a great year. And then look at Stephon Diggs. Come on, bro. Josh Allen not playing like Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs not playing like Stephon Diggs. Offensive line was better, though. Deion Dawkins only giving up, 7? Brown probably would have been double digits. Him and Massey combined, that's 12. And then Feliciano having another good year. Cody Ford having another good year. And then shout out to Mitch Morse. He had a great year. And then Sampson got in and gave up 2, so he definitely wasn't ready to start yet. And then Tremaine Edmonds led the team in tackles. Once again, 3 people over 100 tackles. Probably were on the field most of the time, 80% of the time. Milano had another great year. He'll probably get robbed of his dev trait. Jordan Poyer, of course, he having a great year during the contract year. Ed Oliver, hell of a year. 20 TFL, so he was the only one that could stop the run. Trey White not playing like Trey White, so all of our X-Factor players not playing like themselves. Diggs, Trey White, Allen, the leaders of the team. Teron Johnson not playing good. Levi Wallace still getting a pick, keeping that streak alive. AJ Epinesa was able to stop the run. Basham got the dev trait. Him and Rousseau, proud of them boys. Zimmer had an okay year. And then we have Milano, Edmonds, Hyde. Forced fumbles, Poyer, Edmonds, Teron Johnson. Blocks from Epinesa and Basham. Safety for Epinesa. Touchdown for Micah Hyde. So shout out to all our young edge rushers, young DNs. They've been balling. Field goal block, so he really only missed 3 again. Tyler Bass has been on point, and shout out to my boy Matt Hack. This is just crazy, man. Lamar Jackson, MVP. Coach of the Year, Mike McCarthy. Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC, Lamar Jackson. TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Of course, we're the runner-up. Of course. Then we had Joe Short at number 9. And then Dom Diggs. What was he, that defensive tackle that we could have got? As quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen all the way down at number 10. Running back, Derrick Henry. Receiver, Marvin Jones. Got Hitchens up there in his first year. Offensive line, we ain't going to have nobody. D-line, Chase Vinovich. Ed Oliver at number 9. Joey Bosa, linebacker. We got Tremaine Edmonds at 9. Patrick Surtain, PS2. And we got Poyer at 5, of course, in his contract year. And then kicker, we got Tyler Bass at 7. So we have some individual recognition. I couldn't take this team. I couldn't get them back to being a regular Bill, so maybe my son Josiah can. Maybe he'll get fired after 1 year. Maybe we'll have a new fucking coach every year until we can get to the playoffs, let alone until we can win a division. We ain't even sniffing playoffs. We are who we thought we were, and that's fucking trash. Once again, last in the division. We can't even finish. I understand the Dolphins being like a super team, the free agency they have, but we couldn't even come in second place. A game out of second place. I hate being last in the division. 2 Pro Bowls last year. See how many we had. It's just crazy that Josh Allen's not up there, but you got Trevor Lawrence, Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. No receiver this year. So no Stephon Diggs. Don't see any Bills. No Bill. Ed Oliver, shout out to him. So he might go to Superstar Dev. He's starting the Pro Bowl. So another young D lineman might get a dev trait. Tremaine Edmonds might go up dev trait. So our defense is getting dev traits. Our offense already got them. This is a complete team. I don't understand how we can't even make the playoffs, bro. Jordan Poyer, of course, in his contract year, he gets a dev trait. But knowing his age and all that, they might, rob him of his dev trait. So we had 3 Pro Bowlers. So shout out to Ed Oliver. Shout out to Tremaine Edmonds and Jordan Poyer, the defense. All defensive players. And it's the Browns, Cowboys. Seems like that's always a Super Bowl. I forgot what Madden that was. Probably was last year's Madden. So look at the dev traits that I can't wait for them to take away from us. Wouldn't be surprised if they take Josh Allen's X Factor away. Usually X Factors don't get taken away until they get old, ready to retire. They'll just take them away. So he might keep it. Diggs might keep his. Wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of Hitchens because he's a rookie. Oh my God. Short is a superstar. We didn't know it. We didn't play him. And he might get robbed of his dev trait. But for us to get a superstar dev receiver and an X Factor, that just makes it even more crazier. You got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, this kid Hitchens, this kid Short, and Gabe Davis. And we can't win games. Boy, I hope they let him keep his superstar dev, but knowing man, they're going to take it away from him. But if he keeps it, look for Gabe Davis to be on the trade block. I know that would be a dumb reason to try to get rid of him just because a receiver below him has a better depth trait, but his contract is also coming up, and we don't have to pay him. Basham went up, Russo went up. That's because they hit the depth trait in the season. Edmonds going to the Pro Bowl, not even getting a depth trait is fucking dumb, but they gave Milano X Factor, and Oliver got superstar, so they just handing out depth traits to us. So shout out to Milano and Ed Oliver, and shout out to Short, rookie wide receiver, who the computer drafted. I ain't even draft him. Superstar dev. If he keeps it, we might trade Gabe Davis because this offense isn't clicking. Something's got to give. And the Cowboys win in a shootout with the Browns. And Dak Prescott MVP. Congrats to him. And let's move on to the offseason. For the mock draft, hopefully they have us taking a D tackle. I like the guy they had us taking for the mock draft too, and they have us taking a left end now. What happened to that D tackle? Still might pick him. Not going to the Saints. So Jared Cook goes out a champion. Julio retires. Matt Ryan retires. It's kind of fitting that they retired at the same time. Shout out Everson Griffin, Linval Joseph, former Vikings. Everson Griffin actually retires with the Vikings. Cole Beasley, former Bill, retires. And then we lose Jerry Hughes, so I'm glad we brought him back. He'll retire a Bill. Would have loved to get him a ring. Mario Addison retires. Joe Flacco, who was on the team for a little bit preseason, retired. Sue Dunlap, Jimmy Graham, Larry Fitzgerald, Pete Carroll retiring with the Vikings, and then my coach retired because he had no choice. And let's see if we got to bring anybody back. Jordan Poyer played well. Do we bring him back though? 3 picks, 100 tackles. He's 32, still good depth trait. I think we make him that offer. And he's not interested. I don't blame him. Mitch Morse went down. Had an okay year. I think we bring him back. We do have that draft pick, though. Bootleg Josh Allen, got to come back. Might be our quarterback of the future with the way Josh Allen's playing. Damn, I don't know about Mitch Morse. He regressed, but he had a good year. That center we drafted wasn't ready. We'll bring back Mitch Morse, and he wants to leave too. Goodbye, guys. Gave you a chance. I don't blame him. Disappointing year after disappointing year. I don't blame them, boys. I don't blame them. They want to win. They want to go to the playoffs. This isn't the place to be right now. Okay, tell you this right now. We need money. I don't want all these practice squad players that I didn't sign. Okay, I think these guys were here. I don't know who that other guy was. Why is my fullback gone? Contract must have been up. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm sorry, but Gabe Davis, I know he had the 4 touchdowns in real life. He will be on the trading block because we have X Factor Alex Hitchens, and the computer helped us out with Joe Short, he was the 4th receiver, but look at this. 21 catches, 254 yards, no touchdowns. But, superstar Deb, I got to get him on the field. We're going to move on for Gabe Davis. Hitchens needs to be the 2nd receiver anyway. If we don't win with a superstar slot, 2 X Factors, and Josh Allen, who actually lost his X Factor. No, he's still X Factor, but I feel like the game is glitching because it shows X Factor right there, but as you can see, it just says Superstar. I don't know what's going on with this game. Yeah, it says he's Superstar, but he still has his X Factor. I don't know. I have dev trait regression on. So, Feliciano's playing well. We save money if we cut him, but looks like we're going to be stuck going with Trevor Sampson. Ed Oliver, he didn't get robbed of his Superstar dev trait. So that's good. That's a plus. Milano got robbed of his X Factor. Not only that, they knocked him down from Superstar to Star. Trey White still has his X Factor. Micah Hyde lost his Superstar dev. Went down one. That's okay. So, Hyde going down is not that bad. He's 32. But Milano going down, I wouldn't have mind if he stayed at Superstar. He didn't deserve to get knocked down to Star. So, that's BS. But I like where the defense is headed. We got Basham, who went up to Star, and now he's back down to normal. Earned it, and now he's back down to normal. Epinez's at Star. Did they knock Rousseau down? Okay, so they let Rousseau keep his, but shout out to Carlos Basham. He earned it. I should give it back to him, but I'm not gonna finesse the game. I'm not gonna nerf it. I wouldn't feel good about it, even though the game fucks me half the time, most of the time. I ain't gonna do it. They robbed him of his dev trait. It's bullshit, but they robbed Milano. They robbed Basham. I ain't gonna spend too much time on that. We got a new superstar and Ed Oliver, and a new superstar in Joe Short. So we need to improve safety, probably both safety positions. D tackle, that's number one. Look for that in the draft. Right tackle, because I'm not starting Spencer Brown again. Future left guard. Backup tight end, maybe. And maybe still running back, and maybe even quarterback. Maybe even quarterback. See what's in free agency. Tyreek Hill is there. Don't need him. Don't need Scary Terry. Don't need Aaron Rodgers. Don't need Tom Brady. So Jordan Poyer is still there. He's the best strong safety. We're going to make him an offer. Now, I don't want to franchise tag him. That's what he wanted. I don't want him for 2 years. I want him for one more year. Prove it, like a prove it deal. Give him about $4 million. 785. We need to make that a little bit higher. And I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. Give him a little bit more money. 835. Take that. Take it or leave it. Do you want to come back? Help us win. Or I should say help us lose even more. And here we go when I thought Madden was going to stop robbing me of dev traits. Milano goes from X Factor, not even back down to Superstar, all the way to Star. Edmonds makes the Pro Bowl. Stays at Star. They let Rousseau keep his. Epineza kept his. Oliver goes up. But then they robbed my boy Carlos Basham. I'm not going to bring in J.J. Watt. Not doing it. And we don't really need like a DT because we have Epineza as the slub D tackle too, stopping the run. We need a right tackle. Brian Bulaga doesn't fit the scheme. I don't want a Band-Aid. I want somebody that can come in and make an impact. Jason Kelsey doesn't fit the scheme. Mitch Morse, we could bring him back, but because he wants to leave, he can leave. That'll justify taking Sampson in the second round. I don't see any tackles. So, I mean, we could go and get Jawan James. Don't want to pay him that. Just another weak free agency, man. Could add another tight end. But do I really want to pay a backup tight end? We could just get one. You know what? Yeah, let's go get somebody like Kyle Rudolph. Just to make this offense more explosive so we can take some more L's. Go get Kyle Rudolph to be a backup tight end. And we do need a fullback. Reggie Gilliam's actually going to the Bears, so we'll draft one. So we'll look for Poyer and Kyle Rudolph. And we get them both. So shout out to Jordan Poyer. He wants to give it one more try. And Kyle Rudolph, we got our backup tight end. Now, we do have Gabe Davis on the trade block. And we're not getting any offers. We might get some during the draft. But if this team doesn't get to the playoffs next year, I might quit. Got Josh Allen, even though he's not playing like Josh Allen, even though it says superstar, he's still an X factor for some reason. Singletary went for 1,000 yards. Zach Moss had 11 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs, drafted X Factor Kitchens, short, drafted by the computer, superstar dev, with Dawson Knox, and now we add Kyle Rudolph. God, man. So for draft picks, Luciano, we could get future guard. We can either go right tackle, so definitely offensive line. D tackle. And cornerback. Even though we got Griffin, we got Wallace, but he's in his last year. Safety. So definitely safety, D tackle, offensive line, and I might even say quarterback. Because just like we're about to move Gabe Davis, we might move Josh Allen. Take a look at the draft class. Probably be a strong draft class now that we don't have the number one pick. Let's actually take a look at the quarterbacks. We might take one in the earlier round. We might need to light a fire under Josh Allen's ass. Maybe Simon Buckley. See awareness, see throwing one, see juke move. We'll look at him. We'll put him on the list. Maybe this guy, Hugh Barnett. B play action. We'll put him on the list as well. Running backs, no. Fullback, yeah. We need a fullback. F catching. I don't like a fullback that can't catch. A pass block. That's what I need. This is a passive offense. We need a fullback that has a pass block. James Lindsley is the guy. Don't need receiver. Don't need tight end. Now, tackle. Need a right tackle. Orlando Mumphrey, top 5. Probably be gone. Putting him on the list. Luke Shields. Doesn't look that good. We do need a future starting guard. We could take Oliver Blackman first round. Probably could kick him out to tackle. A lead block, B pass block finesse. So if he's a pass protector, that'll fit our right tackle scheme. Look at this. Elite. A run block finesse. So Emmanuel Coleman would be a good pick. So looks like this draft class, they got some linemen. And then we can even take another center to move in the guard. He got a pass block. So we can't miss with O-line. Looks like it. We can miss with that guy, though. Rice is not it. And then we got John Sullivan. He has red, a league block, but that's about it. But usually the players that went down on the draft board, I don't like looking at them or scouting them or taking them. And it looks like there's no right tackles until this guy, Emmanuel Moore. He doesn't look that good. So there's about 3 linemen we could take. Any D tackles. I like Sean Miner. Liked him from that second mock draft. First speed, first bench press. He's the guy. He's the guy. I don't even got to look at nobody else. So, as right now, I want Miner. I want that fullback, and I want one of those linemen. Don't need any linebackers. We could use another corner. Just if we lose Levi Wallace. C. Preston, elite speed, and he's strong. And he can tackle. Nathan Horton could be the guy. C. Man, weak as hell. He's not the guy. Like Daryl Sullivan. B. Press, B. Catching. Fast, strong. He looks good. So it's about 2. Oh, my God. Sullivan. He looks good. What about this guy? Braden Beckwith. D. Press. And he's old. I don't like old rookies. For some reason, the Seahawks always seem to take them. Draft older players, like 24 years old. Jack Wallen. I don't even know how to say that. It's some weird spelling. So that's enough on the corners. We'll look at the safeties. We need about 2 safeties. Someone to replace Jaquan Johnson as a backup. B catch and B pursuit. C finesse. He actually looks okay. So Jaden Sermon. What about Justin Barnett? D man. Not that good. And then strong safety will be the last position. Another day 3 guy. So I know I want the fullback because we need one on the roster. He's a great passing fullback. I want Miner. And then if we can get, not going to get Mumphrey, but if we can get Blackman, Colin, or Rogers, we're in there. We got Poyer back. Got Jordan Poyer back. Brought in Kyle Rudolph. Don't know if that's enough to push us over the edge. Dolphins seem to be the team to beat. I wish they would fix this fucking kick-out glitch that disconnects you from the server. And shout out to my boy Bingle, too. He made a video I watched yesterday about this same issue. It's kicking out really all the issues of franchise. All the issues. I could go full Bingle right now, but I ain't gonna do that. This rebuild with the Bills is already bad energy. So we'll look at the mock draft. And I'm thinking, do we trade up and get Mumphrey? I know that's not the full. I know there's not a fullback that we were going to take going in the top 10. I know for a fact. And they have us taking them. I hate this game. We're going to miss out on the fullback we were going to get. We're going to miss out on the fullback we were going to get because they have him going in the top 10, bro. I wonder if I don't pick him, will other teams pick him? Come on, bro. Is he just doing that because we don't have a fullback on our roster? It gotta be. I'm not taking a fullback in the first round. So a third and fifth, third and sixth, third and fifth, fourth, third, fifth, fourth, third and sixth, third and fourth, third. John Ryan. That's actually not that bad. Third. So what I'm going to do is look at the free agency, see if the Dolphins or the Jets or the Patriots made any moves. Okay, so Tyreek Hill to the Falcons, Terry McLaurin, Bucks, Falcons. So the Dolphins add Tony Pollard and Younghoe Koo. Patriots get J.J. Watt, and the Jets get Bryce Callahan. It looks like the draft is going to screw me. So, actually, because we've been so trash, I'm going to trade up, and I want that offensive lineman. Let's look at the mock, because the draft usually follows whatever the mock order says. So they have him projected to go to the Lions. Now, he might not even be that good. Doesn't look that good. We could get a lineman later in the other rounds. And I'm thinking I might do that because I like them better than him. He's not worth trading up for. I just can't believe they have the fullback that I was going to take as a top 10 pick. And if we don't take him in the first round, he's going to be gone. Let's get on with the draft. If they take the fullback, I got to do it. The game is going to rob me. I know Madden all too well. I'm not letting it happen again. We're going to get rid of Gabriel Davis. What pick do we have? Pick 7. Am I really going to take a fullback in the top 10? I think I am. Fourth and a future first. Let's send Gabe Davis to the Lions. Okay, not the Lions. Who is a top 3 pick? Who is a top 3 pick? Texans. I know they're in the AFC. You have Brandon Cooks, Quez Watkins, and Mardez Scantlin, Nico Collins. He could go there. I send him to the Lions. They have St. Brown, Gabe Davis, this Gregory guy they drafted, and they would give up on Cephas. Okay, that works. Let's go ahead and get pick 4. So Gabe Davis, a future first, and a 4th-round pick for pick 4. They took it. Goodbye, Gabe Davis. Wish you well in your future endeavors, but it had to be done.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
And this is going to suck, but I'm only doing this because I don't want Madden to screw me.
On the clock now, it's the Giants, and time is ticking. And the Chargers now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on?
Now all of a sudden he's a top 5 guy. Are you serious? But he doesn't look that good, even though he's a top 5 guy. So I'm going to pass on him. Now, the fullback says undrafted. I don't even see him on the list here. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. We traded up. He doesn't look that good. I'm gonna take him. I can't take a fullback at pick 4. I just can't do it. If the game screws me over and they draft him, so be it. I can't do it. We might miss out on those other linemen we were interested in, even though we still have a 2nd-round pick. I'm just gonna take it. It just makes more sense to trade up for a top 5 talent. We don't need linebacker. We're gonna get Orlando Mumphrey to start on the right tackle or even left guard. Hit and depth. Let's go. Couldn't go wrong with it. I was not going to take a fullback.
The Colts now on the clock. Let's see what they do. The Bills are now on the clock.
And the game could be glitching. It could just be saying fullback because we needed a fullback. And right here, we're going to go with Sean Miner, the guy we wanted all along.
The Vikings
hit and depth. 2 for 2. Let's go. Draft King. I feel like the Buffalo Billies are going to make a big comeback year 3.
All right, on the clock now, the Bills.
I don't even want to look at the other picks. I should have to see if that fullback would still be there. Hopefully he still is. That quarterback is still there. Now, this is where I could take a quarterback just to piss off Josh Allen. But I feel like that would be a waste of a pick. The fullback is still there. Okay, so it was a glitch. So I'm glad I didn't end up taking that guy. Now, this running back is fast. 8 injury. We took a running back last year, so we're not going to do it again. Seems to be a lot of running backs. We can get our fullback later. The other linemen are actually gone. So it's actually good that we took that tackle. So we're having a much better draft than we had last year. It's actually good that we took that tackle because the other guys wouldn't have been here in the 2nd round. Got our D tackle. Let's check out corner. Now Marcus Thompson is here. Sees all over the place. He's slow, not that strong, but he's good at jumping, good at the cone. Do we take him? Or do we go at Darryl Sullivan, who's fast, strong, can jump, and do everything? I'm going to take Darryl Sullivan.
And now on the clock, it's the Vikings.
I know he ain't had the depth trait, but he just looks like the better player. I really wanted to go 3 for 3, though, with dev traits.
Okay, it's the Bills now on the clock.
Now, safeties, there's no safeties in this draft. We can get Jaden Sermon later. And at this point, to be honest, I think it's time to reach. Look at this receiver. Wouldn't it be something if we draft another dev trait receiver? Not going to do it. Got the quarterbacks. Simon Buckley is still there. Adonis Wynn, still there at running back. Didn't scout him. Doesn't look good. Let's check out the other one before we take who I think I'm going to take. It's either going to be that quarterback or it's going to be the fullback. I feel like if I don't take the fullback now, I ain't even see if he's still there. The game is going to screw me. And we're going to take him now. I can't. Or do we risk taking him in the 4th round? I gave up a 4th round pick. I think we take Simon Buckley. Nope, not going to do it. We're rolling with Josh Allen. I'm taking Lindsley. He's not going to be there.
It's now the
Normal
Vikings' turn.
dev. Boy, if I would have been pissed if I took him with the 4th pick. But we needed a fullback. Got him in the 3rd round.
It's the Bills now on the clock.
I feel like we're still having a good draft. No quarterbacks left. I ain't gonna sweat it. I probably should have took that free safety I wanted and then took the fullback. Because I feel like he's gone. He's not. Perfect. Jaden Sermon, welcome to the squad.
Vikings on the clock now.
And then after that, I really don't know who else to take, but I like to make my own picks. I know a computer helped me out. I was just frustrated when I simulated that. But we're having a good draft now. And I feel like we're going to have a big 3rd year. I'm so tempted to take another receiver, but I don't want another dev trait. That's the reason why we got rid of Gabe Davis. A stamina, B hit power, F tackling though. How you got B hit power and F tackling? F tackle again. Like, how are y'all even safeties? So, a couple corners. Don't want to take a D end. Could use another lineman though. Let's do that. B impact blocking. B run block power. Let's actually look at tight end. I know we brought in Kyle Rudolph. Am I going to take another receiver? I don't know who to take. We got everybody we wanted. We'll let the computer finish it up. See if they help us out again. I doubt it. They don't help you out too many times. But we got Orlando Montfree. He's going to play right tackle, hit a dev, top 5 talent. We traded Gabe Davis for him. Traded a future first, Gabe Davis in the 4th to the Lions. Shout out to the Lions. We got our future right tackle. Our O-line should be almost set. And then we got the guy we always wanted from the get-go. Sean Miner, we finally got our D tackle to pair up with Ed Oliver, who's a superstar dev now. We got Daryl Sullivan, decent corner, could replace Levi Wallace. Got our fullback. I thought he'd be better than that. Got a free safety in Jaden Sermon. And the computer actually took that guy that couldn't tackle for shit. So glad to have him on the team. And then they took another receiver, and I swear if he has a dev trait, but he's actually decent. So, great draft. All the guys we wanted. Let's check out. I hope that quarterback, man. I hope that quarterback was trash. What was his name? Not Alex Thornton. Oliver Blackman was a lineman that we wanted to take. Normal dev, okay, good. Don't remember the other one's name. Where is that quarterback? Wasn't Barnett. Quarterback that I passed on. You know what? This will be easier. Sort it out. Simon Buckley went to the Patriots of all people. 62 overall. Bet he had a hidden death trait. No, he did not. So that would have been a waste of a third round pick. We had a great draft. But another disappointing year. This is not the Bills team that we're used to seeing in real life. Can't even win the division. Can't even make the playoffs. Josh Allen not playing like Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs not playing like Stephon Diggs. Defense not playing like themselves. They're playing like the same defense that gave up all them yards in 13 seconds. But that'll wrap it up for part 2. And until the next episode, gotta get some W's.